Welcome to this video, which is all about Forex trading for dummies or for complete beginners. And it's basically a guide to surviving in the Forex markets and emerging with profits when you first start to trade. And you have to overcome a statistic. And the statistic is 90% of traders lose 90% of their money in 90 days. And of course, if you lose 90% of your money, there's very little chance of you getting back to profits. Now, a lot of people in the losing statistics basically haven't done their education, haven't done their homework, but there's a lot of people in that group who actually had good strategies, i.e. strategies that could make money, but they failed to maintain discipline and proper money management and ended up losing. Now, in terms of getting through that first 90 days, I think it's underestimated by a lot of beginners how difficult it actually is. A lot of beginners come in when they first start trading, they'll try a demo account, they'll make money in their demo account and think they can translate those winnings into the real time of the markets. Well, it doesn't work that way. In terms of, most traders will make money in a demo account. The reason they make money is there's no pressure. When you trade for real, the pressure is on. You're dealing with risk and you're dealing with uncertainty. And a lot of traders crumble under dealing with uncertainty. They let their emotions get involved and just sees them get knocked out of the game and become part of the statistic I just mentioned. Now, in terms of this video, we're going to look at surviving a drawdown, keeping drawdowns to a minimum, and I'm also going to be giving you 25 quotes from some of the top traders of all time on basically how to ride out a period of drawdown, get back to profits, and keep that drawdown as low as possible. And if you read the quotes and basically understand them and practice them, then you'll be able to maintain confidence and discipline through a drawdown period. Now, they are totally natural, okay? Drawdown periods happen to every single trader. Even the greats will at some point suffer a month or two of drawdown. It is just the way of the markets. Now, if you were to read about the top traders of all time, they'll all say there are many different ways to make money. But you actually always have to have, this is what all the great traders have in common, they have great money management. You play defense first and protect what you have. Now, in terms of when you come into the market, so I want to make a point about limiting your drawdown periods in advance. And the way you can do this is by following a lot of pairs. And by a lot of pairs, I mean at least 20. Why should you follow 20 pairs? Well, if you only follow a few, like most traders, you'll probably try and start to force trades from the limited amount of pairs, even if there isn't a trade there. I mean, the more pairs you actually trade, the better the opportunities that you will see. You'll just have a greater chance of spotting high odds trades. So, it's just really, I think, common sense. But most traders think that there are pairs to trade that are better than others. There aren't. Many pairs are spottable. Focus only on the high odds trades. Now, in terms of how many pairs you should trade in the market on your account, I would say trade no more than 4 when you first start. That'll keep you focused on the really best opportunities. And also, a lot of pairs are correlated, so you'll be choosing just the best pairs and not diluting your profit potential. Diversification does not restrict a drawdown, it simply dilutes profit. So basically, study a lot of pairs, pick out the best opportunities only, and then only trade the very best in the market that you see. Now, in terms of drawdown, like we said, you're going to get drawdown. You have basically just got to take that as a natural part of trading. The key is obviously to keep losses small. Now, most beginners fail to do this, as I've said, and a key error that many traders make is to run a mental stop, i.e. where they think they might get out in the market. You must never do this. If you run a mental stop and it gets missed, chances are you'll want to hang on to the loss until it turns around. That's a fatal error that many traders make. So make sure you've got your stop loss in advance in the market after you've placed your open position. Now, in terms of a drawdown, it can last for a long period of time. Some drawdown periods can be short. It's those long periods that really can hurt traders' confidence and see discipline crumble. Now, my own view is if you start to hit a drawdown period and it seems like it's going on for a reasonable period of time, you're losing equity, you get down to close to 20% down, you need to start cutting back your trade size. You don't want to fall more than 30% behind. Anything under 20% isn't too bad. 20 to 30% is recoverable. So once you fall down towards 20%, start to cut your position size back. Your aim is simply to come off the drawdown. You do not want to be in a hurry to come off that drawdown. If you try too hard and to get losses back too quickly, you'll be forcing trades with low odds. You just end up falling further behind. So you need to be very, very patient when you hit the period of drawdown and not want to recover too quickly. Your aim is just to get off the drawdown and claw your way back. Now, in terms of drawdowns, they are just, like I've said, an inevitable part of trading. And I think, for beginners, what they need to understand is, Forex trading is more about protecting losses than, looking after profits, so to speak. I mean, there's an old saying, if you mind the pennies, the pounds look after themselves. If you mind the losses and keep them small, the profits will just naturally take care of themselves if you've got a sound strategy. It's those drawdown periods that you really have to be aware of. And in your first 90 days of trading, you're going to make mistakes. It's inevitable. You will have the odd lapse of discipline. You will be tempted to do something perhaps you shouldn't. You've just got to learn from that and not do it again. And I think the best way to overcome a drawdown and basically maintain discipline in a period of drawdown is to read what the great traders say about money management. So what I've done is I've put together 25 tips from some of the top traders of all time, and I'm just going to show them to you now. I'm not going to speak anymore. I'm going to put them over the Rolling Stones record, Give Me Shelter. And I think it's an apt song. Why? Because the words of Give Me Shelter is death is just one shot away. In terms of the demise of your account, it's a lapse of discipline away. So you need to maintain discipline at all times and ride out those periods of drawdown. If you can maintain discipline and confidence and just get through those drawdown periods, there's no question you will make profits longer term in the market. So I hope you enjoy the quotes coming up, and I'll speak to you soon.